Sergeant Skylar Jones, and I will be the Master of Ceremonies for today's events. At this time, please take a moment to silence all electronic devices. We will begin our ceremony shortly. I don't know what shortly means. Doesn't mean you have to sit silently. You can still converse politely amongst yourselves.
Is the stream good?
That looks good.
Do I read the viewer list?
You want to read chat?
Oh, is there chat?
There's no chat.
Oh. Should check on the chat.
Any donations yet?
Yeah. Also, yeah,
Will it
arrival of the official party. Is that it?
Boom, 10 shot.
Please be seated. At this time, I would like to welcome our official party, the presiding officer, commander of the 336th Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jennifer Weller. Superintendent and 81st Senior Enlisted Leader, Chief Master Sergeant Kimberly Manuel Lopez. Interim First Sergeant, Technical Sergeant Clark Robinson. And Instructor Supervisor, Mr. James Malone. I would also like to welcome the friends and family of today's graduates, as well as any attending faculty, staff, and airmen from our junior classes. Your presence means a great deal to our graduates, and we thank you for taking time to participate in this special occasion. Over the past several months, our airmen have been immersed in the basic concepts of computer programming, progressed through specific requirements for their specialty, and have excelled in programming techniques for the world's greatest Air Force. It is fitting for our airmen to be recognized today for meeting every challenge placed before them. For most here today, that recognition includes 30 Community College of the Air Force credit hours and a certificate of course completion. At this time, each graduate will receive their course certificates. You are welcome to take pictures during this part of the ceremony. Family members and friends are also invited to join them up on stage for the pictures when their name is called. Lieutenant Colonel Weller, will you please come forward to present these certificates?
Already?
All right, from Miami, Florida, going to Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada, Airman Yusuf Bamier.
One sec.
From Red Bluff, California, going to Offutt Air Force Base, Nebraska, Airman First Class Perrin Dodson.
Good.
From Weirton, West Virginia, going to Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, Airman First Class Zachary Greenleaf. Florida, headed to Maxwell Air Force, but Gunner Annex, Alabama, Airman First Class Anthony Wong. From Miami, Florida, going to Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, Senior Airman George Liscano. From Princeton, New Jersey, also headed to Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, Airman First Class Benjamin Lowe. Tallahassee, Florida, headed to Maxwell Air Force Base, Gunner Annex, Alabama, Airman Daniel Neustadt. From Scott City, Missouri, also headed to Maxwell Air Force Base, Gunner Annex, Alabama, Airman First Class Lucas Summers. From Somersworth, New Hampshire, also headed to Gunner Annex, Alabama, Airman Nathan Weebelow. Lastly, but not finally, maybe that's the other way around. From Henderson, Nevada, going to Randolph Air Force Base, Texas, Staff Sergeant Jose Zavala Ortiz. Every graduating member has met the strict academic standards necessary to graduate, but some have excelled above others to represent the top 10% of the class. One graduate is recognized today as the distinguished graduate. The distinguished graduate for this graduating class is Airman Yusuf Bamier. In addition to the academic challenges set forth by the course, some students have taken on the additional challenges of airman leadership. Our commander would like to formally recognize those members at this time. So our white rope chaplain guide, please stand. Airman Nathan Weebelow. Yellow rope flight leader, please stand. Airman Daniel Neustadt. And our red ropes, flight formation commanders, please stand. Airman First Class Zachary Greenleaf and Airman First Class Anthony Wong. Colonel Weller, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sergeant Jones. All right, so programming. You have learned more in your time here for some of you than you probably thought, and for those of you with a background, I still hope you found the information useful, productive, and good foundation for what you're going to go into in the Air Force. Every organization is going to be different in the way that they approach incremental improvements, new projects, and things like that. So I know you learned a little bit about your more traditional waterfall method. Some people cringe when they hear the word, but there are times when it's something completely new and you want to do it that way. And then there's other times when you're going to want to go the agile approach, right? So when you're working out what are the user stories that you're trying to get after, when you're trying to make those incremental improvements, and you've got your daily scrum meetings, and you're just huddling forward, saying this is the little piece I'm going to work today, this is the little piece I'm going to work today, and this is the piece that we worked on yesterday that failed, right? Because failure is going to be a part of the process, and that's not inherently bad. And I say that because as an Air Force, we have been told to accelerate change or lose, because we recognize that's how our adversary is working. Our traditional stovepipe methods that relied only on waterfall are not going to get us where we need to be for the future fight. So you are taking on that kind of mindset already with the agile approach. And when you have some amount of failure, learn from it, okay? Failures will happen, but learn from it. The other thing I'm going to say is, as you go to your new base, make sure you take some downtime in between during that transit period. Show up looking sharp, looking fresh, clean haircut, good shave, some nice quality grooming products now that you're not trying to keep your super tidy sink. You still have standards in the dorms, but you'll find it's a little bit more generous, shall we say, in terms of what you can have out, right? So enjoy the time. For those of you who will be going into something that's not your first rodeo, the expectations are they're going to be a little bit higher from a leadership perspective, right? Even though you may not be the newest NCO on the block, you're still an NCO or a senior airman. And there's some amount of leadership that is expected that applies regardless of AFSC and past experience, technical experience. So put that to good use. Congratulations, and we'll see you out quickly. Thanks.
First of all, I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you. Congratulations to our distinguished grad. Good job. Thank you for those who stepped up in those leadership roles. We appreciate you, and hopefully you will continue on in that same mindset. Thank you to all of our instructors and our staff as well. What I want to say to you, I heard the commander say, or you heard the commander say, accelerate change, and that is what is happening in our career field as we speak. Behind the scenes, we're already flipping to those new shreds. So when you get to your base, it may look a little bit different from what was probably explained to you when you first got here. Be flexible. Change is good, even though we don't, always like it, but it's happening for a reason to help us be a better Air Force. So for those of you that are leaving soon, because well, I guess everybody, there is no security plus here, so safe travels to you, and I remind you, don't forget your basics, whether that's your customs and courtesies or what you learned here in the program and curriculum. I know you'll do great, and I look forward to you making it into operations. So congrats again.
Thank you, Colonel Weller. Thank you, Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the United States Air Force's newest certified 3-level apprentices. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attendance, and have a great day. Please rise or stay visiting for the departure of the official party.
Carry on.
Carry on.